Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
I went online to become a private detective. It was a private detective school online, and I paid online. I never heard from them again. I thought to myself, I either got ripped off, or this is my first case. This is a journalistic podcast, Shannon. We vaccinate our listeners with answers. And I'm going to keep lip-syncing the important questions until TikTok gives me a show. Shannon, how can the moon landing be real if the moon itself is fake?
That's not true, Mike.
Oh, isn't it true, Shannon? You're fake. You're a hologram.
1 in 5 New Yorkers are food insecure. What's your solution for that, Mike?
Fortune cookie. Because that's food and advice at the same time. Shannon, at least have the decency to backstab me, okay? You stab me in the front every time. Some fans can't watch the podcast because they're triggered by our sexuality. And message to those fans, we will leak a sex tape right into your mouth.
This is Mike Vecchione Investigates.
And you're not better than me. Welcome to another shocking episode of Mike Vecchione Investigates, everybody. We're living in unique times. There is no baby formula on the streets. Tom Brady is divorced. And John Hinckley Jr. is playing venues all over Albany. Those are some of the stories that we've been following. We do not let up on stories. Baby formula? Haven't heard of it for a while. Is there still a shortage? I don't see it flowing through the streets. This is why you tune in, for hard-hitting news and reporting and investigations. I had my mother on for 2 episodes. Thank you for those who commented for being so kind. Unfortunately, on the second episode, not many people showed up. So I will put her in a home because she did not get numbers. You judge. You guys have the power. You have the power. Mom does good first episode, I compliment her, I buy her something. Second episode, doesn't do that good, home. Home. Lockdown facility for the elderly, elder abuse. At your hands, because you did not tune in and the YouTube did not get numbers. So that's the way. It's a full contact sport, podcasting these days. And there are consequences for not watching. My mother will go to a home. But she was a great guest, and a lot of you didn't give her a chance on the second episode. We got into a lot of stuff. There were some great clips. Check out my Instagram at ComicMikeV. I'm coming in hot today. We have some stories I have prepared. I am armed to the teeth, which is what people in the NRA say. And you will not take my gun. You will have to rip it from my cold, dead hand. God, that's a fun saying. You will rip it from my cold, dead hand. We have a great episode today. We have our guest is coming in as I speak. Hi, Sabrina.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. You know, usually we whip and flog our late guests, but this is our first time meeting.
Can we still do that?
We can actually still, we can go at it. We can still do that.
Okay, I'm interested in that.
Okay.
Good, cool.
Well, welcome in.
Thank you for having me.
It is a miserable day for people who don't get our weather in New York, listening in like Arizona or one of these warm vacation places. The weather here is nasty. It is freezing rain, and it says 40 degrees, but
Feels way worse.
it feels terrible.
Way colder.
Sabrina, thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me. I'm so sorry. I was late. I was recording something on the Upper West Side, and traffic was a nightmare.
You're going to try to out neighborhood me?
Yes.
The Upper West Side?
Don't worry, it's not my neighborhood.
Okay.
I live in the Lower East Side now,
Okay.
well, Chinatown of the Lower East Side.
Okay,
So-
because for those of our low-income whites who follow us and don't understand New York, the Upper West Side is a very wealthy place, and only our wealthiest citizens reside there. Now, there was a shakeup because we put some of our home-deprived residents in the same buildings as our upper crust residents during the pandemic, and it caused a whole shakeup.
Oh, yes. The Lucerne.
Yeah.
The Lucerne. Everyone was very upset over the Lucerne.
Right.
Because all the Jews are on the Upper West Side.
Okay.
That's
Shots fired.
I was on the Upper West Side. I used to be there.
I thought you were reading Kanye's tweets
I mean,
for a second. Yes, it was quite a shakeup during the pandemic. And the thing is, like, the wealthy people can't really say anything because they want to look, like they're like the home deprived. You can't say homeless anymore. That's frowned upon.
Oh.
So it's a home deprived issue is a very touchy one. So they want to look like they're out for people who are struggling and all this stuff, but really they don't want to live next to them.
Oh, yeah. They totally avoid the whole block.
It ruins lunch.
Yeah.
When you're trying to have a nice lunch outside or something.
Do you really want to, like, kick the sleeping bag?
Right.
That's terrible.
Kick the sleeping bag. Is that an expression?
I mean, it is now outside of the Lucerne.
Yes. We got to kick the sleeping bag on this thing. Make sure the idea is solid. Do you drink coffee, Sabrina?
I do drink coffee. I just finished mine.
Wow, you drank an iced coffee.
I know.
That's Upper West Side Moxie. Even though you live on the Lower East Side. Mm-hmm. And this is the East Village where we're reporting live from.
Oh, that's good. You want to give the address too?
Well, no, the people who live in the flyover states, the low-income whites who watch this show, don't understand New York, and we have to kind of explain it to them and spoon feed them. Like, here comes the airplane. Here comes the airplane with the information.
Which neighborhood are you?
I live in Gramercy, the edge of Gramercy, the beginning of Kips Bay.
Okay, fancy pants.
Well, I say Gramercy, and my friends go. My upper echelon friends go, you don't live in Gramercy. You don't live in Gramercy. Stop saying it. Stop saying it. And I go, okay, Kips Bay. It's the edge of Kips Bay. I don't know. I don't want to be criticized by the upper crust of the city.
I mean, Kips Bay is a cool vibe.
It's a cool vibe.
It's young. It's hip.
It's young and it's hip. It's happening.
There are bars there. Mm-hmm. If you live in Gramercy, you have a key to the park.
Yes, I don't live next to the park.
Do you have a key to the park?
I don't have that kind of money.
You don't live in Gramercy.
I don't live. You have to live adjacent to the park in order to call yourself Gramercy?
I think so.
Do you?
Well, you have to be a little obnoxious.
Are you a real estate mogul?
I mean,
Sabrina?
only in my dreams. I would love to be $1 million listing. Those people make so much money.
So what should I say? Where should I say I live? Well,
don't give me the exact address, but...
No, I'm not going to give our fans are psychos.
Yeah.
So they'll show up with...
Shocker.
They don't have access to guns, but they will show up with nunchucks.
Why not just send you a little present? A little, what's the powder when you open it and it kills you instantly?
Oh,
what's
that
the
was...
Fun, what's the fun one? Anthrax.
Anthrax. I was going to say Omicron, but that's wrong.
Oh.
God, we're frequently wrong on this podcast. But the beauty of this podcast is we could admit our mistakes 2 episodes later. We dig our heels in and defend them.
Good.
For 1 to 2 episodes. And then we'll admit it.
Oh, that's...
Quietly.
That's like most people.
In like a Patreon episode. So that people pay. Sabrina, what's your background?
Jewish.
You're Jewish?
I'm Jewish.
Okay.
Is that the actual question?
Chosen? Well, I meant however you want to say it. Did you grow up here in New York?
No,
we actually never met.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
Yes. This is Podcasting at First Sight, which could be a show.
Ooh.
I think that could be a show. Podcasting at First Sight.
Podcasting at First Sight, and then it's like divorce as the last episode.
Right. We have to break up the podcast. We have to go our separate ways and do our own.
And then we have to see like
podcast.
Whose pod rises.
Yes. I mean, this is the fastest rising podcast on this network.
That's incredible.
Go ahead.
I'm assuming the little shots fired, our numbers are looking incredible.
Well, no, the numbers are this is the beauty of this. The numbers are very low. They have nowhere to go but up.
That's an amazing way of looking at it.
My
I like that.
mother was on for 2 episodes previous, and the first episode did good numbers, and the second episode didn't do that good of numbers, and I threatened the fans that I will put her in a home.
In a home? Good.
An elderly facility.
Good. If she can't get the numbers up, there's no reason for her to be around.
I'm glad you get it.
Yeah. I mean,
it's going to sound like I'm not compassionate, but if you're going to come on, you have to bring it.
Yeah. I mean,
and I guess my mom doesn't understand that, like from the 40s.
I mean, she has to go away then.
You have to go away.
You have to.
And I'm sorry if elder abuse is happening out there, but it's just not my problem.
I'm an ageist.
Yes.
So
is that you're against older?
Yeah.
What's ageist? Is that against older people?
Ageist is when you apparently like hate older people.
You hate on older people.
I hate older people.
Because that's a real discrimination thing. And this whole thing of they have experience and they tell long stories. It's like yawn.
Yawn.
Right?
Yawn. I think I'm voting for the home.
Yeah.
And I'll throw my mom in there too if you want. We could do a little 2-for-1 package.
That's
Like I said, I am a Jew.
great.
I do want a little bit of a deal.
Right.
I want in on
That's
this.
really a good. You can say that I can't, and I have to pretend like I don't know what you're talking
you
about.
can
What are
say
you
it,
saying? What are you saying?
You could say it behind my back.
Okay.
That's
No.
okay.
No. We have to do in-person confrontations that gets more clicks.
Right.
In-person confrontations. I have to call you out.
Is that the name of the podcast now?
It's Mike
In-person
Vecchione.
confrontations.
Yes, we should
That's
change.
the title.
We should
That's
change
the title
it.
of the episode.
We should change it to it's a candidate for the title of the episode, Sabrina. We do that in post-production. But I appreciate you coming in and trying to take over the show. I
Thank
enjoy
you.
that. I
Thank
really
you.
like your boss bitch energy.
Yeah, I just want to copy your mom.
Well, my mom was
She's not a boss bitch. You really don't think?
no, she is on the first episode. She did good on the first episode. She did good on the second episode. Actually, the content was good.
It's just the fans.
But the numbers, Shannon, did you want to weigh in here? It looked like you were trying to say something.
I do. I think actually she warmed up and she was even better on the
She
second
was better on the
episode.
second
And
episode.
people didn't give it a chance.
Our fans didn't give it the chance because they're whatever, living in their basement,
You guys,
wasting their
they're
life.
hanging with their moms. You guys.
They wish. They're orphans, many of them, and they're incels.
Okay.
I mean, I'm
okay.
sorry to
Those
say
are my
it.
types. Hello.
They enjoy. Sabrina, those are your types? Is there a man out there or ever gender is fluid, some kind of a person out there who doesn't have a job, living in their basement, who might be... Are you dating? That's really the question.
I'm always dating.
You're dating.
I'm always dating.
Are you on apps? Are you on Raya? You look maybe like a Raya
I'm not
person.
accepted on Raya.
You're not accepted?
I am on the wait list for Raya. What kind of bullshit is that?
I didn't know you could get waitlisted on
Yeah,
Raya.
you can get waitlisted and they periodically review it. But I have to give some recommendations. Are you on Raya?
No.
Were you ever on Raya?
No.
So I can't even get a rec from you.
No. I'm
Then
sorry.
I think I should leave.
I think you should. I want you to stay, but I understand that
I mean, I have to just get on Raya.
what just happened was a networking fail.
Yeah,
You tried to network with me. I couldn't help you, and now you're going to secretly hold it against me.
for sure. I think I'm going to put my jacket back on, zip it up, and call it a day.
Wow. Here 10 minutes. How long? 10 minutes you've been here, and that we've already called it, Sabrina.
Can I just say really quickly, Sabrina, we had this same conversation on Real Ass Podcast this morning, and I was saying that I am also waitlisted on Raya.
For real?
Yep.
Are you
And
Why is everyone on Raya? Everybody wants...
Shannon, you and I are always on the same wavelength. I
Oh
swear
my
to
God.
fucking God, it's crazy.
Guys,
sorry,
could you
I know
respect
I shouldn't curse.
my show? Can you guys get a room?
I'm sorry. Later. Shannon hasn't had sex in a little bit, so
No.
it'll be later.
Mike
You guys-
knows. I get yelled. He yells at me all the time.
That is crazy, though.
But I thought, Shannon, you were after like a blue-collar type who wasn't famous.
That you're right. Except it would be nice to see what the options are on
Yeah.
Raya. Maybe
Yeah, just to see. Well, there are some, I'm sure,
there's
like
no blue collar dating sites, are there? That would be a great idea. We should do that.
Badgebunnies.com.
Go on.
That's a great idea.
Girlfriends of first responders. I don't know, Shannon.
Farmers,
It shocked me that
farmers
you were on
only.
Raya.
I'm not. I'm waitlisted.
Why are you trying to get on Raya? It's a don't you think that's
Ben
kind of
Affleck. Ben Affleck.
he's married to J-Lo.
Yeah, for now.
Did you not get the news?
I mean,
They keep having weddings. What don't you get about it, Sabrina?
the sadness in my heart.
You love Affleck?
I mean, who wouldn't want to match with him on Raya?
I mean, I think there's a lot of women who think he's a dumpster fire because of the drinkings.
I'm okay with that.
You're okay with that?
Again, I would want to put my mom in a home.
Sabrina, you're cold-blooded. I thought I was cold-blooded. I thought I was about the numbers.
I'm not cold blooded. Actually,
No.
you guys, I brought a gift, okay? Because
Okay.
I was late. I was just in Europe. And apparently in Ireland, they're big on whiskey and chocolate.
Yeah.
Never knew that. So brought you guys some chocolate.
Oh my God! Thank you so much, Sabrina. I mean, I can't eat it because of my radical diet, but it looks delicious. Maybe I will have for dessert.
Okay.
I'll ration them.
So I'm not
Is
a
there-
total bitch.
You're great. I didn't call you a total bitch.
I keep forgetting.
But is there drugs in there or anything like that?
No, there's
that's big
no-
on Gas
no, they're
Digital where
not.
there's drugs in the
There's
chocolates.
no drugs in the chocolate. There's no drugs in the chocolate. I was just on a lot of Xanax.
Xanax.
I was on a lot of Xanax.
Was
And I was
that
like, these look so cute. And
What
I
was
just
that?
bought a bunch of boxes while I was
Okay.
in a layover in Dublin.
What does Xanax do to you, actually?
It just makes you very calm.
Yeah.
And
Does it
makes
make
you
everything
high.
okay?
For the most part.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I was on like a layover of like 18 hours or something.
Explain to our fans what a layover is. They've never been on a flight.
A layover. First, I'll spell it for you guys. LayOver. I think there's a dash. I don't know.
I think you had them at lay.
I
Our fans are desperate incels. I'm sorry.
I thought you would say had them over at lay. Okay. Have them over to lay. And yeah, you get on this big thing, a plane.
Right.
There's a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And then they take you through the airport. I had a little assistant take me through the airport.
What?
Mm-hmm. So I messed up my knee. So they just like put me in a wheelchair. And
Was
they took
it
me through.
an emotional support assistant?
I wish, because but he was a dog, kind of.
Right.
This guy was telling me his stories. So
Was he
kind
hot?
of. He was a little hot.
Yeah?
He actually wasn't hot, but the accent got me. I feel like you guys would get that. Yeah.
Is
Now
there
they
an
get to-
accent app on Raya where you can click people on?
I would like to know if I get
Oh,
off
I'm
the
sorry.
wait
You guys
list.
aren't on Raya yet. What about just
I'm devastated.
What
I'm devastated.
What about just an accent app to match you up with somebody with an accent?
Accent?
Yeah.
That would have to be something stupid like that.
That would be great.
It
That would
have
be a
to
great dating site.
Yeah, there's
No,
probably
you
it's
pick
probably
the
a-
accent
it's
and then
probably
it
a
matches
kink,
you
It's
up.
probably like a kink site though.
Right.
That's
A
definitely
fetish.
like a fetish.
Our fans
a
know
fetish
about
site.
that, but they don't know what a
Yes.
layover is still. You were brought, your knee is bum, you have a bum knee.
I have a bum knee.
Okay, and how did you do it? Sports injury?
I have like ITBS. Yeah.
ITBS?
It's like runner's knee. Yeah. Electrical
Okay.
band syndrome. I don't think your listeners will.
Well, I don't think
Get the
so
one either, but-
ITBS confused me. I thought that was a cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
So ITBS, you're
So
getting
ITBS.
wheeled by this man who's not sexy right
He's kind
now,
of
but he's
hot.
kind of working on you.
He's kind of hot. I
Okay.
tipped him.
You tipped him.
I tipped him. I know. I'm
Chocolates?
generous. Actual euros. I know. I can't believe it.
Oh my God.
It kind of looks like Monopoly money, so I'm like, you can just take
Yeah.
it. What am I going to do with it?
Europe basically looks pretend. Oh, castles? Really?
Mountains?
Really? I mean, come on. You guys are a joke. But so you were getting wheeled through this
Getting wheeled
sexy
through.
this sexy stranger is wheeling you through.
No photos allowed. Have you ever been to Dublin?
No.
I'm acting like I've been there and I haven't been past security, but it's an insane country because you
Right.
can't take photos in the airplane, in the airport, anything like that. Like you can get arrested.
Are you thinking of Dublin or North Korea? Because it sounds totalitarian. It sounds like, oh, we can't let you take photos. We can't let you take photos. It sounds like a country full of ugly people that don't let you take
I mean,
photos.
they're definitely ugly.
Are they ugly?
They're definitely ugly.
Oh, my
They're
God. This
disgusting. I
could-
thought we weren't supposed to be mean on this podcast.
Oh,
but
no,
if
no,
we're-
no,
if
no, no,
we're-
no.
If we're getting into it. These
get
people are unfortunate
into it.
looking.
Unfortunate looking is so much a softer blow. Ugly is harsh. You were right about that.
They're unfortunate.
Unfortunate looking.
Like this guy, right? He was unfortunate looking until he opened his mouth.
Yeah.
Because I could barely understand
Right.
what he was saying. Like
And
I
then-
understood what he said.
But then you wanted to put your tongue in it.
Yes, just shut him up.
This smoke break is brought to you by YoDelta.com, the official Getting High sponsor of the Gas Digital Network.
Our fans are double clicking. They don't even know how to work a computer, half of them. But so you get on the initial flight, no pictures. That's a downer.
No pictures.
And then where is your layover? Hopefully at a better looking country.
well, my layover was Dublin. That was my layover.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where were you flying from?
Paris.
Paris, of course, a hot country.
Yes.
Where people
Oh.
smoke those long cigarettes.
Oh,
And they're
yes.
just arrogant to each other.
Oh, everyone's so arrogant. I love it.
I love it.
I love when they're like stupid American.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, I
God,
can't understand
call me
that.
stupid and fat. Call me stupid and fat. Give it to me.
I love it.
And so you were like, that's enough of this hot cauldron that I'm
yeah.
in. I need to go to an uglier country.
For sure.
You're very
Just do a little
beautiful,
bit.
but just
Thank
like
you.
for the rest of us, like I need to go to an ugly country to feel better about myself. So you have a layover in Dublin. And what exactly is a layover for our fans who are slow?
A layover is when you take the guy who's wheeling you through the airport and you have him take you into the bathroom and
Intimacies.
Intimacies.
A lot can happen in a layover.
A lot can happen.
Yeah.
A lot of laying over and a layover.
And can you just describe how you emotionally, because our fans don't know women, and how it changed for you, where you were repulsed by this guy at first? Was it like that, what's that Broadway show, that Beauty and the Beast, where he's ugly, but she loves him anyway? Like, what went through your soul emotionally when you were repulsed by him, and then you heard the accent, and describe for us how it began to change.
Can I have some sexy music to it too?
Sure.
Like that would be so.
Shannon, I think we can do that for Sabrina.
No, I'm totally fucking
Coming. It's on its way.
Totally messing around.
On it.
I'm totally messing around. So I saw Sam David because that was his full name, and he wasn't Jewish. He wasn't Jewish, but he
Right.
sounded Jewish.
Is that turning you on when someone sounds Jewish, but they just take a left turn and they're not?
Oh yeah, because then I know my dad would have hated it, and I love that. So I find out about Sam David, and I can't understand a word he says, which again I love, and I'm waiting for his tongue to just go in
Yeah.
and just do his thing. The Xanax is setting in. You feel all warm and cuddly.
God.
You see Shamrock chocolates, and
Yeah.
you think, I'll make a bad decision.
Yes.
I'll melt these down and pour it all over Sam David.
Oh my God, Sam David.
Sam David, I tipped him 15 euros.
Yes. And how did he
And
get
then
you out?
he walked away.
How did he get you out of the wheelchair onto the baby changing station? Which I'm assuming that's where the intimacy happened.
Well, actually, he just joined me on the wheelchair.
Joined you on a wheelchair?
Joined me on the wheel.
Disabled sex?
Disabled
Differently
sex.
abled? I'm sorry for our politically correct fans. Differently abled sex. And they can have sex too, even if they are crippled. So it's differently abled.
Differently abled.
Living the dream.
I mean, they're already in a chair. It's very easy to just
Right. Legs up on the sides.
legs up on the sides.
Wow.
My leg was in a brace, so I was like, this is kind of,
Right.
this is fine. As long as it's kind of
Yeah. And afterwards, his back was in a brace.
nice.
Nailed it. We needed, some of these stories are sexy, but they need an exclamation point to get our Neanderthal male listeners aroused.
I think the pants will go up.
Yeah.
I think you're good.
I think I'm good too. Thank you
I
so
mean,
much
they
for
already
these.
had you, of course. They already had you without me for a while, which I know
Yeah.
aroused them.
No,
a
it was
bunch.
only 2 minutes. And yeah, we had just introed the show.
Okay.
And then you came in, and now we're blowing them away. We're just blowing them away, I'm sure. Now, you started comedy here in New York?
I started comedy in New York.
You're
yes.
from New York?
No, so I was born, my parents are from New Jersey.
Okay.
And then they lived in the city, and then they moved down. They were snowbirds, and they got a place in Miami.
Right.
And I was born there. And then
Are you telling me there's Jews in Miami?
just a couple, just like one or two.
They were
It was
between
just-
New York and Miami.
and just and it's like the town is about 20 minutes from Miami,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just the most heavily populated Jewish city.
I believe what you're saying is Boca. Boca
It's
Raton?
Not Boca, it's
not
Aventura.
Boca? Aventura is the Boca of Dade County.
Yeah, like South Miami.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I was just in Florida, so it's funny that we
I'm
had
so
you on the
sorry.
show. My mother lives in Boynton Beach.
Okay.
Well, she lives there now. I'm going to put her in a facility because of the numbers.
Well, that's perfect. So both of our mothers are in Florida.
Yes. So
I feel like this is meant to be.
my mother is in Florida, and I go down and I do some shows in Naples, which is a trick.
Nice.
It's a trick place because I'm thinking Naples, Italy, but there's a Naples, like going to Rome, New York. So, but Naples is a great place, and I did shows there, and then I did another show in Boca, and then I have friends in Miami, and we took the Bright Line, which is a train
Okay. All right.
Down
My
from-
mind was really going.
from Boca to Miami. You just jump on the Bright Line. So it's a great, and I was like, why aren't, I'm used to the New York subway system, which is like, and the Bright Line is super nice.
Okay.
And so I was like, oh my God, why aren't there people urinating on each other here?
They do it in private there.
I mean, they must, because it was clean. It was
They keep it for like South Beach.
it
South
was
Beach is
just
disgusting.
beautiful and clean, and the train was pleasant.
I just
and there
can't imagine this.
Someone was coming down with a drink cart to sell me drinks. I was like, I don't want to donate to your basketball team. And they were like, no, it's drinks. It's drinks. I was like, oh, this is how a transportation system should be run. So that's the difference between New York and
I'm in shock.
yeah.
I'm in shock. I mean, well, in Paris, they have a pretty nice transportation system too. And
Sabrina,
nice
you couldn't just let me
neighborhoods.
win with my transportation story. You
No,
got to go.
I'm sorry.
In
I have to
Paris,
one- I
it's
have to
different. In
one-up
Paris,
you.
it's different.
Let me one up you, please.
Yes.
Please. I
Yes,
have to.
go ahead.
I'm like, oh,
Our fans
God.
love to see me get slammed.
I'm sure they love to see women talk over the man. So let's just do that.
It's your time.
Of course. Thank you.
The future is female. I read it on a shirt.
Yeah, right. I have it right over my chest.
And
The future is female.
Go ahead.
And I was in Paris, and in the really nice neighborhoods, they have like glass up so you can't jump onto the train tracks. But in the bad neighborhoods, like you can jump and kill yourself.
They're encouraging suicide.
Just in the bad,
In the bad
neighborhoods. Only in the poor neighborhoods.
Yeah, in the wealthy neighborhoods, it's like, whoa, you're rich. Don't do this.
Yeah, we need you.
We need you.
Ghislaine, we need you.
We need you to talk down to us.
Yeah.
And I think that's, God, that's sexy.
But Boca, they're obnoxious over there.
Boca is great. I love
Really?
the upper
So you
crust.
love the Jews.
I love the Jews. I love anybody upper crust. And I love that they talk down to the low income whites.
Oh yeah, they're aggressive. They would be, if they were in Paris, they would be shoving people
Yeah.
right off in those neighborhoods.
Well, no, they need them to
If
work.
They
Need them to get their hands dirty and work.
already have their
workers.
people home. Of course.
So New York, Florida. Did you graduate from high school up here or down there?
Up here
Okay. Graduated from high school in New Jersey.
in New Jersey.
And what's the name of the town?
Right in Long Branch.
Long Branch.
Yeah, West Long Branch. It was like right next to Deal.
Deal.
So it's like close to the shore.
Oh, down the shore. Mm-hmm. What shore point?
That's why
Is
I'm
it
like,
northern shore point or a southern? Is it like Wildwood area? Is it Cape May? Is it Long Beach Island?
it's Long Branch.
Long Branch.
Long Branch.
Okay.
So
you-
it's like, I'm so bad with
It's, so
bad
am
with
I. So am I.
geography.
Blind leading
I'm
the blind.
so bad. Yeah, for
You're
sure.
Is it central or north
It's
or
not
south?
central.
It's not
like,
central.
It has. Where's central? Central near the coast?
I don't know. I'm losing my sense of direction in this conversation.
I'm really sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
like,
okay.
I'm really bad. I'm
That's
really
okay.
so.
I just wanted
when
to know if
when I
'cause
was
we have
11. When I was
yeah.
11.
Yeah. Are you
that's
close
when
to Philly?
No,
No.
it's not. That's why I was like, it's
Eastern-
not south.
Eastern
It's
New
not
Jersey.
south.
Does that help?
Eastern New Jersey,
Yeah,
but
there we go.
but there's
Because I'm like-
isn't there shore points? Sea Isle City.
It basically is the shore point. It's like
Yeah,
on,
like
on
Long
the
Branch.
It's called
coast.
Long Branch?
Is
Yeah.
West,
And what's
it's West Long Branch
what's-
technically. Like once you go into drive away from the city, excuse me, drive away from the shore.
Yeah.
Like it's Long Branch, West Long Branch, and that's like Long Branch, Deal, Asbury Park.
Asbury Park.
Asbury Park.
That's
So
what I
like
know.
Asbury
Okay.
Park, Deal,
Okay.
Long Branch.
That's probably your town is probably where Bruce Springsteen's brother played, because Asbury Park is where he played. All right, it's a bad joke. I'm sorry. Guilty of it once in a while. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott.
Yes. And so
So
I was
yeah,
just
so we
trying
were
to
there
get
when I was 11.
right. So you moved there when you were 11.
Yeah,
And
and
then you graduated.
yeah, so we went back and forth a lot between
Mm-hmm.
Miami and New Jersey. My dad got really sick around that time, and then he passed when I was 16.
Oh wow. Sorry.
And then yeah, so it's okay. I'm okay.
you're good
Just
with
a little
putting
bit
your
of
mother in a
daddy
home
issues.
anyway.
Yeah. Oh, please, I would love that.
You are a
I would love
baller.
that. Ugh,
No wonder
let me
you're
just
on-
be solo.
No wonder you're waitlisted on Raya.
I know. I know. I thought
no,
I
but
would have
that's a good
enough- I
thing.
thought I would have enough daddy issues. They would take me on.
Yeah.
Because I'm like perfect for a Ben Affleck
Right.
type, like a Leo DiCaprio type,
Like a Leo.
like a Leo. Like he would love that.
Leo is great.
He would love to save me. I'm sure.
I'm sure. I think that's what they're out to do. Okay, so you graduate from high school there. When did you make the move up here to live? How long have you been in New York?
I was like 17 or 18.
Mm-hmm.
It was like right before I started in school. So it had to be like, I want to say around like May 2013.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 26.
26.
I'm 26.
Okay, that's Leo's. Is that old for Leo?
I know, I'm right past. I'm a year
Yeah.
past. But actually, he just had models on his yacht,
Right.
a bunch of models.
Yes.
And I think there were a couple that were like 28.
Get out of here. Oh
Right.
my God.
Natalie, did you see it too? You know it?
Natalie, really? Did they have to have a ramp to get them on the age joke? That's an age joke, and I'm sorry, that did land. If you're keeping score at home, so but no, Leo's great, but I think you're right in the running for that. You're not too old for Leo.
I think so. I think I'm just in that little gap.
Yeah,
You know?
you guys would look good together.
Thank you, because he has the dad bod and everything.
I think he gets a lot of crap for that. I don't think that he deserves.
He's still hot.
He's still hot.
He's
a
very
good-looking
hot.
guy, and I think that a dad. What is that? Just he doesn't have rippling muscles. He's still pretty lean. He's still
not
fit.
tight. He's just.
It's
I don't think he's fit anymore.
Oh, looks like
is
a
he?
regular guy. He looks like a regular guy. Is that a dad bod? I don't know what a dad bod
I mean,
is.
he could just
I'm
go like a
sorry,
size up.
Right.
Just like a size up.
Yeah, I'm defending it. He probably works out.
I mean, I'd still suck his.
Yes. I mean, who wouldn't for some kind of a role? Okay,
There he
yeah,
is.
yeah.
There he is.
That's sexy.
Gorgeous. He's
You know?
gorgeous. He just.
400 million doesn't help. It doesn't hurt either, right? I think 400 million.
Is that what he's worth?
Dollars. I had something like that. He's very wealthy, but he works hard. He's a good actor. He's a really good actor.
He's
So you're
an
up here.
incredible actor. That's why I like him.
Okay.
Obviously.
But what about his looks?
Again,
fine.
since the dad bod, you
Yeah.
know, it's like it's personality clearly shining through.
Yeah. Well, people with dad bods have to kind of take up for each other, which is why I'm doing a good job of defending him. Anyway, but it's the benefit of having a dad bod, but not actually being a dad. What do you think of that?
That's what I was going to say. I
Isn't
love
that great?
that.
You
I
don't
love
have to
that.
raise his kids.
It's incredible.
Yes.
It's incredible.
He may have make-believe kids because he's in that actor world and they like to pretend. I don't know.
think?
I don't know how they think. So you're 2000.
Do you have kids?
2013. No,
Okay.
no kids. 2013. You're here, right?
I'm here.
You're in New York. Are you in school?
I was not in school yet.
Okay.
No.
And what were you planning to go to school? Would you?
Yeah, I was
getting
planning
a job?
I was planning to go to school. I wanted to do acting like
Right.
full time,
Okay.
and that was always the goal. So I was just doing like different acting courses and doing like private training and stuff like that.
yeah.
And then I applied for Juilliard. I didn't get in. And then I applied again and I got in. And then I was there
Juilliard?
for about a year and I dropped out
Yeah.
because I could not.
Did you just hate it?
No, I didn't hate it. I just couldn't keep up, and
Yeah.
I couldn't. It wasn't.
No.
It wasn't right. There's a reason I got rejected the first time.
Since you're being vulnerable and owning your dare I call it a failure?
I'm honest. Yeah,
No,
sure.
I like
mean,
I like that in the
everything's an
guests.
experience.
Everything's an experience. I wrestled at a very great school, and I did it for 1 year, and then I didn't go back out for the team the next year. I dropped. I mean, I stayed in
you
the school, but I
understand.
dropped there because I was like, no, I'm not. I don't want to do this. It's too. What you said. It's like too. It's too much work, and
It's demanding.
it's demanding, and I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
I don't want to put my time into it anymore. So we just both admitted some of our failures, and it takes
I
a
love
big
that.
person to do that, and that's going to get a lot of clicks,
Yes.
I think, because people can tap into that.
Yes, that could be a big thing. Like comedians own failures.
Own failures, which no one is doing now. Everybody's like, no, I'm self-made. I'm self-made. No one
Yeah.
helped me. I'm a superstar on my own. I'm
Yes.
whatever. And it's like, no, we've had many failures, and that makes us better.
Yeah. I
You
think
with Juilliard,
that's the only way
me
you
with
can grow.
wrestling. It's the only way you can grow.
Do you ever regret it? Do you
I mean, I
miss
grew
it?
fatter because I stopped exercising, but it's. But I don't regret it. No, I regret it. I had a great college experience.
There you go.
Still friends with the guys and everything, but I just didn't do it again.
Yeah, I
You
understand
know?
that.
And I made a clear decision. I just waited to the end of the year and then didn't go back out for the team again. It's not like in the middle of the year it got too tough and I just decided to break off. But no, I decided to do that. But I had intended to do it for all those years, for 4 years.
Because you're so young that you I'm saying this like it was like 20 plus years ago, but you are so young at the time and you're so, I guess, vulnerable and your brain is still like developing in its mush that you're just like, this is the only thing I like in life.
Right.
This is my path
Right.
in life. This is all I'm going to do. And then you start doing it and you're like, well, I can discover something else.
Right.
I could totally do something else and try it.
You're right about that because it's a vulnerable time because your brain is in flux. And that's why a lot of our fans, you shouldn't do opioids because it messes with your brain's natural progression of itself.
Yeah, well.
So we're against opioids on this podcast. I don't know if you do them. But,
America.
okay. So you get up here, you pivot. Let's call it a pivot.
Total pivot.
And you're out of Juilliard now. And what's next?
I started stand up.
Okay.
I started stand up.
How did you start? Did you start going to the open mics or like the clubs?
Well, really weird story.
This is 2013.
This was now 20. No, this was 2013 is when I finished school. And then I took a year in between.
Right.
And then it was about 2014. So yeah, it was 2014 when I entered. 2015, I left. And I started stand-up 2016.
Okay.
And it was like November 2015, I was done with school. It was right after that break, like winter break. And I started stand-up in early 2016.
And how did you start?
And so I wanted to do it for a while. So I'd always just like write little notes and like things like that because I really wanted to do comedic acting.
Right.
And I thought stand-up would be a great way sometime, but I really didn't peg myself to ever like love stand-up.
Right.
It's that other thing again where your brain isn't like developed. So you're like, I love this one thing. I was like, I'm an actor.
Right.
And I took myself very overly seriously, like so stupidly seriously.
Right.
And then I was like on McDougal Street and I was walking and somebody was like barking outside of, for the people who don't know, that's like what the elite do in comedy. And somebody was barking outside of one of the comedy clubs.
Barking means trying to get you into one of the comedy clubs.
So he was like, oh, comedy show tonight. And I had seen this guy before, like, because whenever you used to walk those blocks, like this is years ago, there would always be people barking.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I just ignored it. I was like, no, I do comedy things. And I totally lied. And then he just creeped on me and he was like, oh, do you want to do my show? I have an open spot. And I was like,
wow.
Oh, I'm busy tonight. But he added me on Facebook right then and there and he booked me for 2 weeks, like from the day. So I just kept writing every single day until I did that spot. And then I did it and I have never stopped since.
That's a great New York starting stand-up story. That's a great New York starting stand-up story. And for those, barking is getting people into the club. There's no people in the club, so there's people who stand out on the corners and they go, comedy show tonight? Do you want to come to a comedy show tonight? And they try to get people into the room.
Yes.
So, that's a great he...
So I totally flipped it from being like a customer to then this guy.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough.
It's fantastic.
Super creep and like, he sucks. But he like changed my life.
That's great.
With this one interaction.
Right.
Like the whole trajectory of my life. Pretty much, I won't say the whole trajectory, but changed from what I at least thought when I was like 17, 18, 16.
Right.
Like,
you were locked into acting.
Formative. Yeah.
Well, at 16, 17, 18, you don't know anything. You don't know all the options that are out there. You haven't lived it all.
Exactly.
Right.
Like I was always... I was a precocious child.
Precocious is a big word for our low-income fans.
That's
Shannon,
true.
can you look it up? We like to take a second to explain it out to our fans. Precocious. And you also said trajectory, which also threw our fans into
sorry.
a tizzy.
I'm trying
we
not to
pride
curse.
ourselves on having well-versed, intelligent guests, but we're trying not to confuse our fans. Sabrina.
No, I'm a pseudo-intellectual.
Precocious, having developed certain abilities or proclivities at an early age than usual. Precocious. So you developed abilities at an early age?
I feel like that's very much the Google definition.
Yeah.
But
what definition would you give it?
precocious is just a little obnoxious.
You're
like
obnoxious.
A little obnoxious.
Would you say we were being obnoxious?
Maybe a little bit as a child.
Right.
Yeah, I just thought I was like above the other children because I
Brothers
thought they were
and sisters?
stupid. I have 3 older half brothers.
3 older half brothers.
Yeah.
And did you think you were better than them because they were just
I am
half?
better. I am better than them.
Could you look at the camera? They might be watching.
I am much better than all of them.
God,
yeah.
I love that.
Yes. No.
I
I know
love
that
that.
as a fact.
That's not precocious. That's facts.
That's facts. I would put the little, if we were texting about it, I would put the little fax symbol a bunch of times.
I didn't know there was a fax symbol.
Oh, yeah.
I'm 100 years old. But
No.
but no, seriously, that's a great thing to do if I knew where that was, that fax button. Let people know what's up. So you started and you've been going strong ever since. That's pretty great.
Yeah. It's been like, 6.5 years.
6.5. How are you finding it?
I love stand-up.
You love stand-up?
I love stand-up.
It's good to talk to somebody else who loves stand-up.
I love stand-up. There's always those moments when you're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Over some, sorry.
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
No,
over
it's
some,
all right.
over some moments. But because I think that watching it, especially growing up, it's totally different than how it is now.
Yes.
Or even when I started.
Yes.
It's a totally different world
Right.
than it is now. And I think that's been an adjustment.
Yeah.
But everything is like a learning lesson, an experience.
How are your TikToks? How are your Instagram reels?
Oh my God.
Are you more focused on the live performance versus doing all these social media
I
maneuvers?
hate posting.
Yeah.
I think it's so stupid to post.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not coming out with a special tomorrow.
Right.
My album's not coming out tomorrow.
Yes.
Like, some of these jokes I've been working on for years.
Yeah.
I've been trying to craft.
Right.
Like, I'm not just going to throw up some stupid clip. I like, on Instagram, they like sent me some partnership where it's like I get paid for whatever reels I make.
Right.
Right. So I'm like, great. That's a great way to just post stupid stuff. But it's like, why? Like, unless it's like a finished product.
Yes.
Like, unless I did a Netflix special.
Right.
Or it's like I absolutely like crush. Like, what am I posting every day?
I'm on your side, but what about these people out there, and we can talk directly to them, who are consuming content? They are just eating it up, and they want more. What have you done for me lately? More. They don't understand the fact that you're working on a joke for a year.
For sure. But
So what do you say to them?
Stop being ignorant and get off TikTok. Get off TikTok.
Right.
I really, you know what's so interesting? Even my mom, that's why I have to put her in a home.
Yeah.
She was like, you should really make more TikToks. I love scrolling on TikTok.
Right.
And I was like, you shouldn't have sent me a Juilliard.
Yes. Yeah.
Did
she say that you were being precocious there?
Oh, she's definitely used that word for me. I did not, as a child, I did not label myself that.
No. That's a big word for a child.
That's, yeah.
Let's face it.
It's a precocious word.
It's a
for
precocious world. Well, that's a fascinating story. It really is, especially the how you're entering stand up. That's great.
It's really honestly
That's a great
crazy.
Story. It's a great story.
And I see the guy around from time to time, and it's just so crazy.
Because you see him and you go, was he trying to like get you to do was there something else there? Relationship or something?
I totally want to show you this guy.
Yeah, no, we're not going to out anybody.
Oh, afterwards.
Yeah, I don't want to out
I'm like,
anybody.
no,
especially
no.
another comic, yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm like, but no.
Right.
He definitely thought I was attractive.
Yeah.
I mean, 100%. There's
Right.
no other reason he would have offered me a spot.
Mm-hmm.
There's no other reason he would have said like, oh, he didn't say like send a tape. He didn't ask for anything else. Like,
Right.
or he didn't ask where I get up. He didn't ask me anything.
Right.
It was just he just believed me and went off that.
Well, I mean,
it
that led
changed
to
my life.
it led to a great place for you, and it led to your trajectory. Which, Shannon, could we look that up because our fans are confused about Sabrina's trajectory? That was precocious, which our fans are finally understanding now. We talk down.
I
to
love
them.
your fans.
We talk down to them. They appreciate it. They love it.
Okay. I'm sure they're cute.
They just blushed, all of them.
Oh.
Yeah. The path followed by a projectile flying or an object moving under the action of given forces. A projectile flying? Or your career is in the place of the projectile. So it's the arc. I would say, I mean, Google really tries to confuse you more, almost. I would say it's the arc of your career, right? Isn't that, would you agree with that?
The arc of my career?
The arc, the trajectory, the arc of your career, the path of it. It's a trajectory.
Yes. I guess we could say it's the arc.
I could say it. What would you say to correct me? A trajectory.
I think moving to the city.
Okay.
That probably was like that.
But what is a trajectory?
The trajectory. Well, if you see on Google, the other thing it says trajectory of life. That was the other thing.
Yeah.
The meaning of so.
But you can't define a word with the same word. Trajectory of life, right? You have to use another word. And
isn't
use
trajectory like the way that your life is going, the way your path?
Your path.
Your path.
Your. Do you hate the word arc?
No, arc kind of to me means I guess a whole turning point, and that's why I say like no. I think it's moving to the city.
Right. Moving to the city was your arc.
Yeah.
But the trajectory was when he asked you to, now I'm confusing myself.
I feel like it's like that's when he changed the trajectory of my life.
Right.
Like otherwise I would have been the path. Yes.
I'm glad we got that. And for those of you at home, if you're getting confused by this, I'm sorry. Go to a community college and then come back to this podcast. We're smart. And we're not going to apologize for it. We use big words.
Yeah. There's no pseudo-intellectuals here.
There's no
obviously.
Do we have to look that up? No. We don't have the time. Shannon, let's go to plugs, and then we've got to get to these news stories. We were engulfed in Sabrina's trajectory, and we did not have time to get to these. And there's a lot here, and we need Sabrina to help investigate these stories. So let's go to plugs. I'm at Comic Mike V on all social media platforms. Thank you for following and for tuning into the live YouTube premiere, 9 p.m. every Monday. Thank you for supporting the show. Special coming out. Should be in a month. A lot of people are asking. Should be in a month. So that's what's going on with the special. Social media is doing better now. We've got it off life support. We've got it up. It's walking around. It's on solid food at Comic Mike V. We'd appreciate it if you followed. MikeVecchione.com for dates. This will already be over when I'm at the Stress Factory. Naples is over. Boca is over. I will be in Aruba January 30th through February 13th. If you are an island person and you would like to come to see me in Aruba, January 30th through February 13th. Grand Rapids, Michigan in March for Gilda's Laugh Fest. My mother's name is Gilda, but this is Gilda. Tampa, Florida for Side Splitters, March 30th through April 1st. Austin, Texas, Moon Tower, April 19th through the 22nd. And Yonkers, June 1st through 3rd, Yonkers Comedy Club. MikeVecchione.com for dates, but I'll be going to all those cities. If you could remember them, please come out and support your boy. That's what I got. Sabrina, what do you have?
Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, all that fun stuff. TikTok, I guess. Funny Girl with Tits. Check out my podcast, That's Hot with Sabrina Piper. It's on all streaming platforms. Full video episodes and bonus episodes every week on Patreon, patreon.com/funnygirlwithtits. New episodes every Thursday. And I'm going to be at the Tiny Cupboard this week in Brooklyn. And I have a couple more shows coming up. I posted it on my Instagram, so check it out.
Okay.
I'm very usually protective. I don't like posting live locations normally. So unless I'm going away somewhere, I usually don't post local shows as much.
Yeah, however you want to do it. Just your road dates?
Yeah. I don't have any road dates right now.
Okay.
But when I do, I'll let you. I just got back. I just got back from Paris. So, and I'm going to be posting all of those pictures, not clips.
Sabrina just got back from Paris. Give her a break.
I did 6 shows in Paris.
6 shows in Paris.
Or 5 shows. 5 shows, excuse me.
Okay.
5 shows. So,
honesty is important.
Yes, honesty is very important. Congrats on the special. Very cool. If you post clips on there, though, that's okay.
Well, I'm gonna post. I'm gonna post as much as I can. I'm in a phase where I have to just post stuff, but I definitely understand what you're saying. So Sabrina, where can they? What's your handle again? Give them your handle one more time.
Funny Girl with Tits.
Okay, Funny Girl with Tits.
Funny Girl with Tits.
Okay, Shannon, what do you got?
You can follow me on Instagram at ShannonLee6982. Listen to my podcast, The Thing Is, Ding. It's me and Mike Figs. We talk about bad dates, fighting, and ghosts. Wherever you listen to Mike Vecchione Investigates, you can also watch it live for free every single Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern at gasdigitalnetwork.com/live. That's absolutely for free. The best way to support the show is to go to gasdigitalnetwork.com. Use promo code MVI. You will get a 1-week free trial, which gives you access to every single episode of this show we've ever done, as well as every episode of every show on all of the Gas Digital Network, including the brand new Spit Roast. It's a new roasting show put on by Gas Digital. There is 1 episode right now up on gasdigitalnetwork.com, so subscribe and you can check out that first episode. If you listen on iTunes or YouTube, make sure to rate, review, tell a friend, subscribe, leave a comment. Every little bit of interaction helps the show to grow. If you have questions, comments, or your own video investigation to submit, send it into MikeVecchioneInvestigates@gmail.com and podcastmerch.com for t-shirts, hoodies, and mugs. That's it.
All right, Sabrina, are you ready? It's an investigatory show.
Yes,
We've just investigated you, probably without you not knowing it, but you did consent.
I'm okay with it. Okay. I'm totally okay with it.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
But we just investigated your background, very interesting, and how you got into comedy. Now we have to do some news stories.
Good, I'm excited. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Again, by the way, I'm very excited.
Good. I'm glad to have you. And let's now, Shannon, let's get to work. Go to the first story, Shannon. This one I'm excited about because this hits close to home for me and Sabrina because it takes place in Florida.
Yeah, this is pretty crazy. So, Florida woman rescued from storm drain for the 3rd time in less than 2 years.
3rd time in a storm drain? Sabrina, any connection to that? Have you ever been in a storm drain?
Not that I can say. No, I don't think I have.
I have because I was down there looking for my career. Sorry, That's one down. Go ahead, Shannon. Read a little bit for us.
Okay, so the Delray Beach Police Department said officers and firefighters responded to a report of a woman possibly in distress while swimming in a canal near the 500 block road of Lindell Boulevard.
Lindell.
Lindell
I'm sorry,
Boulevard.
I was familiar with Delray. My mother taught there.
The department said officers located the woman, identified as Lindsay Jane Kennedy, and asked if she needed help. Kennedy reportedly ignored them and climbed into the storm drain pipe. The police said she refused to come out and began crawling further into the pipe, which crossed under Lindell Boulevard.
Do you think that she was upset because of what happened to her relatives, John F. Kennedy and Robert Kennedy?
Oh, man, you took my exact joke.
Was that the joke?
That was the exact joke
sorry,
I was going for.
I'm sorry I had to step on that, Sabrina. Great minds think alike.
That's exactly
and
it.
We had to go there. So, yeah, maybe it was that.
That's definitely
I
it.
just think, have you ever been in a canal?
No, but...
Canals are dirty. People throw big gulps and stuff in there, and a lot of pollution in canals. I don't know why. Plastic. It's very dirty.
Plastic.
Yeah. And do you think that's in a way to get back because the alligators are in there? And it's just like, screw you, alligators. You would eat me if you could, so I'm going to pollute you. Do you think it's a revenge?
Well, I think the best would have been if it just ate her.
You wanted her to get eaten?
I mean, why not? This is her third time.
Lindsay Kennedy.
Third time's the charm.
Third time.
Third time's the charm.
Yeah, she didn't just go
Maybe
2
she
times.
should stop going into a storm drain and get on a plane.
Do you think she's a Ninja Turtle? Because that's how they started in the sewer system, and then they became superheroes. I mean, they were turtles, but do you think she has like a Ninja Turtle fantasy?
Oh, she's a Kennedy then
Yes.
probably.
These Kennedys think they're better than everybody, don't they?
They want a little bit of fame.
I can't stand it. I have a special connection with canals, and it's because I was born cesarean. So I've actually never been in any kind of canal, not a birth canal, not a regular canal. I'm canal free my entire life. So for our fans out there. And Shannon, was she fully in her right mind?
So they never actually mention that in the article. They don't talk about drug use or mental health. All they say is that this time she appeared to have minor injuries and she was treated on the scene before being transported to a hospital for further
Shannon, are you keeping from us that she has mental health issues?
I'm not. It doesn't.
I read mental health. Weren't they going to Baker Act her?
What? Yeah, don't they Baker Act you in Florida?
The Baker Act, where they force you into a mental facility. I think Sharon is holding...
I'm Shannon.
Yeah.
Sharon.
Shannon is holding... I'm so furious with you right now. I whiffed on your name.
Maybe I read the whole thing about her multiple times in there. Maybe I just skimmed over that part.
So did the police 3 times.
3 times.
I can tell you about the other 2 times.
No, I don't want to know about the other 2 times. I want to know how she was Baker acted.
I see it. I found it.
Okay.
You found it, Shannon?
I found it. You weren't lying, Mike. You were.
I was not lying, and I was not
Really
trying to
clean.
frame you.
So
It's her revenge for you calling her Sharon. You had to wait about a minute.
Well, I was so furious that I
to wait.
whiffed on her name. And I'll tell you something, Rat. There's a lot of female energy in here, and it's getting a little toxic.
Are you anxious?
Yeah, I'm anxious.
Just a little bit.
Feeling threatened.
it's our toxic
Good.
femininity.
Yeah, it's toxic. It's toxic. Sabrina's leaning into it now. She's leaning into it. I feel like I'm in a sewer. Sewer of estrogen. Estrogen. I wanted you to hear it. Okay, Shannon, go ahead.
Okay.
Baker Act.
You found it. So Delray police said Kennedy, quote, appeared to be coherent and didn't, you did lie, and didn't need to be Baker acted.
She didn't, but the Baker Act was in there.
You're right. The words are there. Police contacted her mother, who said she does have a history of mental illness and is a frequent user of illegal narcotics and has a history of doing, quote, odd things and making bad decisions.
Shannon, everything you said didn't happen actually happened in the second half of the article.
They didn't Baker Act her.
They didn't Baker Act her, but it was on the table because she had mental health problems and drug use, both of which you said there was no evidence of, Shannon.
Skipped right
You
past it.
ruined this investigation. I don't know. Do we have paid leave here at Gas?
Oh, that would be great.
God, I will put you on paid leave
we
in the
do
small
that?
studio. You cannot leave the small studio. You have to go to the bathroom in a bowl, which I think is standard here at Gas.
Well, that's okay. At least if you stay here all night long, we'll find out about the ghosts here.
Yes.
True.
That's
So,
another podcast.
It's a win. I know, but
Sabrina.
it's a win-win. I'm sorry. I can't stop.
Stop. Stop the ghosts on this pod. This is not about ghosts.
I got excited.
The Baker Act. That's when they force you into. Do you think it's better just to let her out, not give her the Baker Act, just put a straitjacket? The straitjacket.
Just let her run amok.
Because a straitjacket, you can't hurt yourself or others. Isn't that a great compromise?
She could jump right back into the canal.
Yeah, but then she can't swim and you drowned.
I think that's okay.
Oh my God, Sabrina.
Sorry.
I'm against the Baker Act because, first of all, it sounds like stand up. I'm doing my Baker Act tonight, and I don't like it because it's I'm low carb, and Baker Act is high carb. That's a high carb way to put somebody into an institution.
But straitjackets are good.
I found
Straitjacket.
No cows.
one more thing about her mental health. if you'd
Shannon,
like.
yes, please give us some information.
I'm reading this whole new section of the article now.
Right.
Before she disappeared, Kennedy's family member said she attended a Bible study with her mother,
Right.
where they learned about the prophet Elijah taking her journey.
Yeah.
The relative said Kennedy wrote her mom a note saying she was planning on going on her own journey.
Why can't people just have an adventure now and again, Sabrina, without being judged by a news article? Your thoughts?
Well, maybe if they just put her into a straitjacket.
Yeah.
In the beginning.
Right.
There wouldn't be the article about her.
Okay, but then...
Also, who called the press?
Yeah, how did this get in the
Who called
paper,
the-
I
yeah.
wonder? God. But I
There are
just think that
times-
people should be allowed to go on adventures if they want to.
She was just going for a swim.
She's going for a swim. She's going on an adventure. And let's say you're on a dating site, not Raya, because those are all famous people, just a regular common man dating site. And you come across a guy who has a profession of explorer. You don't find that anymore. And that's what she
No.
was trying to do. It's like they're hating these old-timey professions. She's an explorer.
Well, if she's now a famous explorer.
Yes.
She's probably accepted on Raya. She's
Probably.
now been on this Daily in this Daily Mail.
And do you
article,
feel
probably?
threatened because you were waitlisted and she's accepted?
1,000%.
She crazied her way right into a relationship with Ben Affleck.
And they
Affleck.
they know who she is. They're like
Yes.
over 3 times. I'm like,
She's
nobody
famous
knows
now.
me. She's famous.
Oh my God. Do a TikTok in a sewer
Oh
and just
my
count
God.
your money, I guess.
How I almost killed myself in a sewer.
Right. I mean, turn it into a cheer. That was a
Oh
cheer.
yeah, I think that was a little dance cheer thing.
Was that a cheer?
Yeah.
I feel better.
Dancing like no one's watching.
Shannon, let me go to you on this one because this is, do you think that she did it 3 times because she was trying to get a first responder to date her?
That's not bad.
It's not bad. There's no app for it. I'm gonna manufacture
pretty
it myself.
smart.
It's pretty smart.
And then that would be a really good dating story. That would be a good follow-up,
That's
too.
a good dating
And they're
story.
like, after 3 times of jumping into the canal,
Yeah.
she finally jumped into his arms.
I think that's an episode of How I Met Your Mother.
It's How I Met Your Father.
How I Met Your Father, which
It's
is a
progressive.
spinoff.
It's female energy.
Do you think she belongs in the Looney Bin, which is what the article said? The Looney Bin, which is also a club in Staten Island. There's a comedy club called the Looney Bin. And that was even before my time. But should we be calling mental facilities Looney Bins, Sabrina?
I mean, you seem to be very politically correct.
Yes.
So I'll say.
Well, no, I'm not. I'm in the gutter with you, the sewer. But
Yeah,
for our
I'm
fans,
swimming right towards
for our fans who get offended, I'm trying to make them feel comfortable.
You're a saint.
Thank
You're
you.
A legend.
Do you guys believe in saints, Jews?
I don't think so.
No,
I
you
really
guys
don't.
believe in you don't believe in. You believe in like a holding pattern. That's what I heard on the streets. Because there's no heaven or hell with you guys, right?
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
holding pattern.
Yeah, I'm really not religious.
Okay.
I'm so like, no.
All right.
I just
I
look it.
didn't want to turn this into a bar mitzvah, a bat mitzvah.
It's a,
Sorry, corrected myself. Sorry, Chosens. Birth Canal, Baker Act. Do we have anything else? Ninja Turtle. That was a fun.
is this girl pretty? Is this girl pretty who tried to?
Let's get
do
a
this?
picture of
I
her,
would love
Shannon.
to see.
What do you think?
Oof, she has
Hot.
crazy eyes.
She's hot. Crazy like a fox.
Crazy like a little dolphin swimmer.
Those
What is
pictures,
this?
taking pictures like that is kind of a nuts. It's a nuts thing to do anyway.
Yeah, where's
isn't
she
it?
looking?
Yeah,
She's like looking out at the canal. And
She's
like, there. I'm gonna go
piercing
in there.
through us.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
creepy.
It's pretty great. I think.
Is
Sabrina.
that your lady? You get the hots for
No,
her?
I just think I love her sense of adventure, and no one else in the story seems to appreciate that. They're like,
You should
put her
go
in an
save
institution,
her.
put her in an institution. I'm like, let her in the canals and in the sewer system. Sewer system might run better. You know what I mean? I think she should be in the subways. confronting people, getting in people's faces. If she's probably the sanest person on the subway. Would you say? Like, she's a crazy
Most
person in the
definitely.
canal, but you take her and put her in the subway system, she's rational
Most definitely.
compared to everybody else.
She's a 10-10.
She's a 10-10. 10 out of
That's your
10.
lady.
God, I love rating people.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next one, Shannon. God, we're cutting through these stories.
Next one is I'm dating a 23-year-old woman who looks like an 8-year-old girl.
Okay.
Oh my God, I
I'm
just
not a
read this
creep.
one.
I'm not a creep.
Do you want to see a picture of them?
Yeah. What is going on here?
I so know about this, actually.
Okay, talk to me.
I know. So Shauna Ray.
Shauna Ray.
And
she's getting a show on TLC.
she already has a show.
She already
She's
has a show on TLC.
Yeah. I'm sure she met him on Raya, whatever.
Does she is there a children's version of Raya? Maybe she met him on that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Shannon. I think this is a trick to catch pedophiles. Do you think Chris Hansen is behind this thing? It's a young girl. It's a girl who's 23 who looks 8, and that's what To Catch a Predator is. It's like she's an older agent, but she's acting like she's 8.
They were also on an island.
Oh, they're on an island.
Weren't they just like in a picture, like in like a little bathing suit or whatever? Like
Yeah.
Tropical
But
stuff.
I think it's just a matter of time before Chris
that looks
Hansen.
like Little St. James.
Is it? But she's 23, so she's of age, and she should be able to have a good life. But
She
is
even
anybody
said-
attracted? She looks like she's 8. Is
Well,
anybody
she said she
attracted to
doesn't.
her?
She's like, if you really look at my face,
Right.
I look older. I'm pretty sure Shannon. She says though, right? Like in the article, she's like,
I know. I did.
She
I
has to
have
defend
watched
her eyes.
I have watched like 2 episodes of the first season,
Right.
And she has like a tiny little voice,
Right.
And she sounds like a little munchkin,
Yeah.
But it's like she has to date someone,
Right.
So it's like whoever she dates they're just going to be perceived as
Can I make a suggestion?
Okay.
She dates one of these younger men who looks like he's old, like a Benjamin Buttons. Like she dates an
hot.
old man, younger guy.
Yeah.
Walks around with a top hat and a cane.
There are some conditions like that.
Yes.
Where they make you look so much
Right.
older. And
Yes.
I forget what the name is.
I think it's progesterone. Progesterone is the one.
That sounds
Yes.
like it because that's an ugly
So it's an
disease.
old man who's young. She could date him. So they
think
both
that would
have
be amazing.
not conflicting, what's it called? Opposite disabilities that fit together like a puzzle piece that's called love.
Don't diss their abilities.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
both of their
you need to be
disabilities.
with somebody who's disabled.
Yes. And not this guy who looks like, if he's attracted to her and she looks 8, he might be attracted to other 8-year-olds.
It's pretty weird. I'm not going to lie. And even when she says about like, oh, but you can really tell in my eyes if you study my face. And I was like, it's just it's too weird. It's too weird. And then when they're next to each other, I think she's like fourth grade or something, or like 3'11", like something so disgustingly small.
Right. Do you think strangers who drive a van are like, do you want some candy? Do you want some candy? And she gets in and they go, do you want some candy? And she goes, I'm 23. And they go, get out. You're
They just
too
throw
old to
her
be
out the
here.
window.
Yes.
She's small enough they
that's
can
a thing.
toss her.
But the thing, that's a whole sport. Anyway,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, it is.
It's, she got this disease. It's pretty sad how she got it because she had brain cancer as a child, Shannon. She had brain cancer and it stunted her growth.
Oh, that
So
sucks.
this is the reason for the disability. And,
No
just think
guy is that nice. No guy is that kind.
guys are not nice.
Guys are not. They're not that nice. Where they're just gonna be like, no. It's just what an amazing soul. She's also been rocking on TLC for a couple of years.
Yeah, she's got that TLC money.
Oh yeah. So he wants to just get on the show so they can defend their relationship and everything.
Half of it is like defending stuff now. Defending their relationship. They
Yeah.
love the controversy. They're in the middle of it. They're technically not doing anything wrong.
Yeah, he's just gonna call himself like a lover of small people. Or
Yes. Lover of small
lover
people.
of small people. I think that's it. Just how pedophiles try to brand themselves as what is it? Minor attracted people. Max.
Yeah.
Minor
I mean,
attracted
that's
people.
crazy. Minor
Right.
attracted.
Yeah, I think this guy's
Major creepo.
major creepo. I think this guy's going in the same vibe.
If you're dating somebody who's 23 but looks 8 and you get into an argument, do you give them a timeout? Tell them there's no Santa? How do you
Stick them
handle
in
it?
the corner. You definitely give them a spanking. Make them write down 100 times wrong what they did.
Is this relationship a good one, do you think? How many high
I think the
chairs do you
sex
give
is
it?
insane.
The sex is insane.
The sex is insane. He could pick her up and have sex with her anywhere.
Right.
He could literally pick her up anywhere.
Pocket size.
And
Travel
medium.
size. She a travel size person?
Travel size person for sure.
Okay.
How easy is that? Roadhead, everything. They can't be seen by anyone.
Yeah, you're right. It's easy to conceal. Now, in one of the things she was driving, do you think she should be able to drive a car?
Able to drive a car?
Yeah.
Can she see over the dashboard?
She's 23 years old, but
is
she's
she tall enough? Oh.
Yeah, I mean, there used to be
no
phone
way.
books. She could sit on phone books.
It just looks weird.
Are you against her driving because she's a woman?
I'm
or-
against her. Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I just don't like
I didn't
other
know
women. No, I don't.
Saudi Arabian rules.
I'm not a supporter.
Wow.
I'm not a supporter.
It's a very unique relationship.
The man should be driving.
The man should be driving.
The man should be driving.
Okay, she should date her. We went through that.
Would you date her? Would you have sex with her?
I don't think so. I don't
You
think I
don't
could do
think
it.
so, but you.
No,
If the opportunity presented itself.
I couldn't do it.
I don't know. I see a
couldn't-
glimmer of a yes in your eyes.
No, because
really do.
I'm a thoughtful person, Sabrina.
Mm-hmm.
This is what Shannon knows this about me. I'm a thoughtful person, and it's not that you're just thinking of me as a creep and like my creep side of my brain.
I would
But actually
never do that.
what Shannon, and you're right to do, it's an investigatory show. I'm on trial like everyone else here. Like Shannon didn't read the whole part of that article and was trying to like conceal it with her like, things are crazy. It's like, Shannon, stop. And it's just like I was trying to process it. So what you saw was me processing it. And I think the answer has to be no on that. She's too tiny and young looking. And I don't care. She can date someone else. I'm sure there's a lot of takers out there.
I'm sure
I don't
there's
think
a lot.
I'm the guy.
Okay.
Even because I'm
You're brave. You're respectable.
I'm really tall. 5'8" compared to her.
That's like a couple feet. That's
Yes,
a
I'm
tower.
very, very tall compared to her. And height really matters on this show to some people staring through Shannon.
Some people.
Does height matter to you a lot?
Height matters.
You need to be 6'1".
I'd like 6'1".
Yeah.
6'1's nice.
6'1's
now I'm like thinking
nice.
about it. I'm like, ooh,
6'1",
I
about
like
6'5".
yum.
Yum.
I want to be I want to be the Shauna Ray of the
Yeah.
relationship.
Yes. Well, I mean, does it matter if the guy gets so tall that he puts you in a pouch in the front of his body and that's how you guys go on dates?
That's the dream. I hope it's just like I'm like a little Joey.
Yeah.
I'm just,
Like a
Going
little.
along the way.
Would you be facing him or facing away?
I think it's up to the guy.
It's up to the guy.
It's up to the guy.
Dealer's
Just like
choice?
How the guy is driving.
Right.
It's up to the guy where I'm facing. Wow. But I feel like I should be facing the world, of course.
Yes. See what's going on in the world.
Yes, you have to. And also, I'm proud.
Yes.
I'm proud of what I'm doing
You're proud of
in this scenario.
Yeah.
I'm showing off.
Wow, that's
I'm
depressing
flexing.
news for someone who's 5'8", but I would tower over her. I'd be to her I'm 6'5". I would be a
You're like
benefit.
7'2".
Yeah.
You're
You
like
could carry her in a pouch, Mike. You could.
Carry her in a
like
pouch.
she's like she's one of these like cute little chihuahuas or something,
Yeah.
or like little dogs where you're like, you can go in my bag. She
Yeah.
can just hop in your bag.
I don't know about that. I just don't know. I have to think about it. Let's go to the next story, Shannon.
Okay.
Yeah, Mike's hard, so let's.
We have to get out of this story.
I know you're turned on by her. It's a lot. I mean, me too. I joined in that threesome. but-
Hashtag me too.
The next one is I modified my body to be a black alien.
Okay.
Now restaurants are scared to serve me.
Okay, well, Katie, my girl, was like looking at this and she was trying to get me to look at it. And I refused. She was like, no, you got to look at it. I go, no, I'm not doing that. She kept telling me to look at it through the pandemic. And I was like, and she kept going, oh. And I was like, she's like, you got to look at this. I'm like, no, just from your reaction, I'm not looking at
Because
it.
it freaks you out or you wanted to save it for the show?
No, it freaks me out.
Can we
this has
show it
nothing to
now?
do with show business, Shannon. My show business life is separate from my personal life, and you know that.
So will you look at it if we show it on the screen now?
I read the article about it.
This is embarrassing.
I mean,
you guys have the video of me.
I'll
Fine. Let's do it.
Sabrina, you're the black alien?
I mean, busted. That's why I'm here today. I just want to show you in person. I know you've been afraid.
Yeah.
I want to show you I'm not scary.
Right.
Here I am as a strong black alien.
The best coming out party ever.
Yeah. And I'm just going to hop in the little pouch all the way there and go from there.
Okay. Well, Shannon, can I say that I didn't look at her TikTok, but I did look at the pictures for the article. I don't want videos, though. And the thing was of him cutting himself and stuff. I don't want.
I like it.
Okay.
There's one.
Hi.
Pretty hot.
This was him before. I mean, wow.
That's Shannon's type.
This is great.
Sabrina, is that your type?
He kind of looks like he would traffic me, but
He could traffic. Okay.
now that's my type.
He's body modification. He's doing body modifications on himself.
That's
And one of the article is really about he's not allowed to eat at a restaurant because they don't want him scaring people.
How does he eat?
Yeah, that's true. He has
How
his
does
tongue
he?
severed.
Yeah.
Maybe because of the food was so bad, he had his tongue severed. Maybe that helps. Do you think this is just what you modify yourself that way?
Well, he
looks-
I guess his lip is cut too.
His lip is cut.
Like,
his tongue is
part of the
severed.
tongue- Yeah, well,
He
part
had
of the tongue is
fingers
there.
removed. He had
His ears are gone.
ears
gross,
are
you guys.
gone,
I'm
and
gonna be real,
sometimes
this
on
is
this
pretty
podcast,
gross.
I wish my ears were gone. Right?
It'll be there.
So he his body parts removed. He had some fingers removed, which I actually had a joke about in my last special. As a leprosy joke where you could take your middle finger off and throw it at somebody, which really means F you. What do you think?
I was
Do you think?
inspired by you.
Do you think?
Inspired.
Do you think this is narcissism, or do you think this is because people defend body modification? They go, he has a right. He doesn't feel comfortable. He has a right to do it, and it's empowering. But is it just narcissism?
I mean, I don't want to be mean about mental illness.
Yes.
Because I think that's what this is.
Okay.
Heavily.
Right.
I don't know about narcissism.
Yeah.
Maybe just. So is that like, my mind's like, blown. Like, is that like makeup? Is that
No,
prosthetics? Like,
Shannon,
what's
correct me if I'm wrong. That's tattoos,
Yes, and implants.
implants, and
tattoos
tattoos.
and implants?
Yeah.
And then also like the modification of like removing the ear, changing the nose.
Yeah.
He like gauged this piece, so he had a piercing in his chin and then gauged it to make big space.
Who's
here.
this family? What do they own? What do they
Yeah,
own? You have to have so much money for this.
This
You have
is-
to be the most bored rich kid in
That's
the
a
entire
great-
world for this. That's it.
That's a great take on this, Sabrina, because it's like he's abusing the healthcare system. Healthcare is so high for the rest of us. I have high blood pressure,
There's no way healthcare's paying for this.
and that's all covered probably
I would be shocked.
under an alien plan, a special alien plan.
They usually say how much they spend on it. Did he say? Because they usually show it off. They're usually like, I've only spent 1.2 million
It's
on
got to be
this.
$500,000, $1.5 million. What's your guess?
My guess is 1.2 to 1.8 million.
Is that with the
that's the Jube's guess?
Is
of
that
the
with
day.
the copay?
That's out of pocket.
Oh, that's out of pocket.
It's out of
Okay,
pocket.
I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
not-
sorry. Do you think he works out at Planet Fitness? Black Alien? What do you think?
I just let you sit on that. So
No, I mean
It took
Shannon
me a
did
second.
too.
It took me a second. I got it after.
Shannon did too. Shannon loves to watch me squirm.
I was looking at his gym picture. I mean, he's pretty jacked.
Well, does that bring you in,
Ooh.
guys, ladies?
The face stuff, it freaks me out.
Right.
though.
it's so scary.
Will you
Is
sleep
he
with him?
wearing a puka shell necklace? Like, what is that?
It's like like big plastic pearls.
Like,
I
is
don't
that
know.
attached to him too?
It's probably melded into his throat.
I'm really surprised he didn't say how much he spent on all of
Yeah,
this.
I don't see it in the article. That's for real. I did look through twice.
But taking your fingers off is kind of like not helpful for fine motor movements.
So, just
How do
thinking
you
from
get
like
into
an
your
alien.
car?
How do you drive your spaceship?
Yeah,
What do you
that's
do?
pretty great.
Also,
He
do you
probably
call it your
doesn't.
spaceship?
He probably doesn't have a car. He probably does have a spaceship.
He definitely has like a spaceship. You have to commit all the way.
Yes.
If you're going that way
Yeah.
and then you're just like hopping into your Honda Civic.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You're dating him. Scenario. You're
Is
dating
he proposing?
him. Huh?
Is he proposing?
Yeah, it's going good.
Okay.
And then he goes, Sabrina,
Yeah.
no more makeup. I don't like women who wear makeup. It looks artificial and I don't like it. Do you respect it? Or do you go, you're an alien. You don't got the right to tell me. Do you just like spit feminism straight as at his Neptune-like face?
I am respectful.
Okay.
I take my makeup away. and then I immediately go to his doctor.
Yeah.
And I get matching implants.
Get out of here.
Yeah. Just
you
so,
become an alien too?
You have to. You have to match your partner. If he doesn't want makeup, fine. I'll go all the way.
Sabrina, I think we just wrote a rom-com. I think we just did. That's a rom-com.
Screw the AI generated scripts at these points. We just came up with this.
We'll call it Reverse Splash. At the end, he goes and becomes like, yes, it's the same. Splash was a movie in the 80s.
I think I'm a little young. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm a little young for that reference.
I know it, Mike. It was a good reference.
Thank you. Thank you, Shannon.
It says that his family says that he's just a normal guy. He has a family.
No,
he
he's
has
not.
friends.
He has friends?
He clearly doesn't have that good of friends if they let him do that.
That's true.
His friends aren't that
need
cool.
to talk it.
What do his friends look like? I'd love to see.
I'd like to
just
see
a
his friends
group
too.
Hang. Where was he at a birthday party?
Yes.
Does he get invited to birthday
Right.
parties anymore? His friends and family say he's okay.
Yeah, let's go play cornhole. It's like, oh, by the way, I'm an alien
Yeah.
now.
How's Thanksgiving?
Yes.
What do you do in December?
Yes.
What do you do during December during all the holiday
The
parties?
holidays have to be. Do they even acknowledge the holidays on his planet?
Yeah. That's a great question.
I don't know.
Does he throw something red on top to go with the
Yes.
green?
That's true.
If he's Jewish, does
Yeah.
he try to go blue for the holiday? Kwanzaa, I don't know the colors. I'm sorry.
But he can't be buried.
He is
in
a black alien, though.
He's a black
so-
alien, but he can't be buried. That's a good Kwanzaa
Good
connection.
Yeah.
I got it.
So, thank you.
And but if he was Jewish, he would not only not be buried in a cemetery because you can't have tats. He would be buried so far from a Jewish cemetery.
I don't think you have to bury aliens. I think you could just launch their bodies back into space.
Yeah,
Do
I
you
think
think
that's a thing. Or if you do, then they spawn other aliens that then take over your food supply.
Right.
I think that was a M. Night Shyamalan movie. We have to wrap it up. Shannon?
Yes. Also, his next thing is he wants to amputate his leg.
Okay. But he said that's a big decision.
Yeah.
That's his I might be having a baby. Okay. Let's go to the last one, Shannon. About the gym influencer. Because this one hits, we're all in very good shape on this show if you're at home keeping score. Except Sabrina tried to poison us with these chocolates,
sorry,
which
guys.
was a great
You
gift.
just leave them, and I'm sure.
You're sure
somebody will eat them.
The fatzos at this podcasting
Fatzos.
Gas Digitals will eat it? I'm insulting the staff here.
I know. I'm like, don't do that.
No, the drug addicts who run the studio?
Who would never want chocolate? They were like, no.
Last one, Shannon. Give it to me.
Influencer Jessica Fernandez admits to mistake after calling out feral man at gym.
Okay. She's an influencer. She's at the gym. She's videotaping herself doing some kind of a lift. And behind her, she sees a guy she thinks is staring at her. So she calls him out and blasts him for staring at her.
Right. It's
in
on video,
public.
right? Of
yes.
course.
And then,
As it should
I
be.
have to say that that's wrong, obviously, for to mischaracterize a guy who's staring at you at the gym when he's not. He's just trying to work out and you think he's staring at you. But I have to compliment her, Miss Fernandez, that she came out and apologized for it and took ownership, which no one ever does.
That's true.
She did take. She went, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. It's gonna come off like I'm just apologizing, just to get likes or whatever. But I'm actually apologizing.
What was the apology before or after all the mean comments were flooded in? I'm sure.
Well, you're a bit skeptical.
She does say, I want to
Sabrina?
apologize sincerely to the man at the gym where this all started. He didn't do anything wrong to me, and I blew our interaction out of proportion. I know many people think that I'm only apologizing because I got called out from the video I posted, and this is half right.
Right. Half right. She admitted to that too. I like that. I like that she
Yeah,
admitted
at least
to
she
it.
said it.
At least she said it. But do you think sometimes? Do you go to the gym?
I go to the gym.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you think men are staring at you sometimes? And maybe
No, I don't think so.
But if I was staring at a woman, it wouldn't be because I wanted to quote unquote get with her. It's because maybe she wasn't pushing herself hard enough and she wasn't
There you
reaching her
go.
full potential.
Okay.
And maybe you can get 2 or 3 more reps. And I'm looking at the fact I
You're
can't
helpful.
believe the weakness that I'm witnessing right now. Get it in. Push yourself full potential.
You're disgusted.
That's what it's about. Yeah. It's like I can't believe you're not going to get 3 more.
Yeah, you want to go gaslight them.
Yes.
You're not trying
Yes.
to have sex with them.
Yes. I'm trying to be come on.
Yeah.
Do you grunt at the gym? Is it heavy grunting and dropping weights?
No, you would be judging me very hard.
Yes.
Yes.
That's enough.
You would not like it.
That's enough.
Yeah. I don't know if you'd fit into my yoga studio, though.
Probably not. Are you so hot that you turn the whole gym into a steam room? Do you find that?
Mike.
Yeah?
I mean, I feel like I want to exit this room. You just made it so steamy. I'm
Okay.
like, wow.
I sympathize with her in the sense that I'm not a piece of meat.
I'm like, so did she yell at him and then it got posted?
Yeah, I think it was
And
ugly.
then,
What happened there, Shannon? Did she yell? Which is also burns calories, by the way.
She posted in her TikTok post, stupid effing piece of shit behind me.
Okay.
I hate this. I hate this. I hate when there's weirdos.
All right.
That's what she said into
That's
the
a little
microphone.
much.
Yeah.
She should
That's-
apologize for that. No one wants to be called a weirdo.
And then how was she busted?
Yeah, how did she get busted?
Oh, because she posted it and people are like, "This nothing is happening here."
I know. Come on.
So
Yeah.
it's like it's kind of like a do anything for clout at that point.
Yeah, it's just
I mean,
like
you're already a gym influencer.
Yes, you're an influencer, and people should be looking at influencers,
Yeah,
right?
aren't you supposed to be like attracting? Aren't you supposed to be so good at your job that
Right.
everyone's like looking at you like, look at that chick go.
Yes.
Look at her go. Like,
So is the article title "Influencer Who Doesn't Want to Be Looked At" here?
influencer that's too beautiful for the gym.
Right.
Needs to make her own home gym in her mansion that TikTok funded when she hit 7 billion likes.
I mean, that's a better headline. A little long for my
Oh,
taste.
yeah, it's okay.
But I mean, I
That's
like
the whole
it.
article.
I like it.
That's the whole article.
I like singular articles like that. Work out on TikTok, lady. If
That's
you
like-
don't like the creepos.
That's the Daily Mail Snapchat. Whenever they're giving you like the synopsis,
Yeah.
they just put it all into one big chunk. That's just it.
You lost our fans at Synopsis, but you won them back with Chunk.
Hold on, I'll win them back. All right. I got 'em.
Yeah. Deadly Stare.
Deadly Stare, nothing to do with anything that I'm wearing or anything.
Was that
No,
sexy or was that ninja? Sexy or
sexy
threatening?
ninja.
Sexy or threatening?
Both.
Okay.
It's always both.
Wow. We've
a
broken new
50-50.
ground here on Mike Vecchione Investigates.
Thank you.
Sabrina, it was
Honored.
great to meet you. Thank
So
you
great
for
to
coming
meet you.
on the
Thank you
show.
for having me.
For Shannon, for Natalie, for Sabrina, I'm Mike Vecchione. We'll see you guys next week.